Hello everybody, welcome back to the Headway podcast. I'm Shane, your host, and with me is co-host Rachel.
Hey everyone, today we have a special episode focusing on the family guide to brain injury.
Brain injuries can have a profound impact not only on the individual, but also on their family members. Today we're joined by individuals who have first-hand experience with brain injury, as we explore the journey of families navigating through this challenging time.
Today we're joined by 4 incredible guests who are going to take on this discussion.
Hey, this is Peter Kavanagh again. I sustained a brain injury 17 years ago from an assault while walking home with my friends.
Hi, this is Jonathan again. I had a car crash 14 years ago, and I had another fall about 5 years ago, so I have 2 brain injuries, so get the help from Headway, thanks.
Morning everybody, Josephine Gilchrist here, a place where I love to be, and that has helped me an awful lot with my 2 brain aneurysms which I had 10 years ago. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Martina. I had a heart attack about 15 years ago, which caused a long-term brain injury, and I love Headway a lot.
Our guests today have a wealth of knowledge and personal insights into the family dynamics surrounding brain injury. Let's dive into their experiences and gather valuable guidance. Our first guest today is Peter, and his topic is the importance of communication and support within the family.
Hey, thanks Rachel. Yeah, I believe communication support within the family is a key cornerstone for helping the entire family to adapt to a life with a person with an acquired brain injury. I was very fortunate when I sustained my brain injury, as I had and still have a very close-knit family, which was naturally supportive for me while I was recovering. My mother is also a nurse, so she was very clued in from day one and was able to get me into the National Rehabilitation Hospital early. For myself, outside of my family, I also was very fortunate to receive a lot of support to improve my recovery. For my 1 month in Beaumont, where my recovery began, the 9 months in the NRH, where the majority of my physical recovery took place, then the years after that, where my speech therapy, physiotherapy and my counselling took place, that all helped in contributing to my recovery. To anyone that has sustained a brain injury, I would always strongly recommend just taking any sports that are offered to you, as it may change your life. Even if you're a stubborn teenager like I was, just try it and see. For supports for the family members around a person who's sustained a brain injury, my experience are a bit more fuzzier, as I sustained my brain injury when I was 14, and at the time everything was focused on me. Even with that though, I know my mother received counselling throughout the years, I think in part at least from the trauma she endured from my assault. Then relating to my siblings, I have no really recollection of them receiving any meaningful support after my brain injury. If this in fact is true, I believe this aspect for the family should be improved drastically, as I know for a fact that my assault caused a lot of trauma and worry on them, even with them being 6 and 10 at the time. Simply them seeing me as a completely different Peter than they knew must have been terrifying for them when they were 6 and 10, as when they saw me first I was unable to walk, talk, and as my parents said, even when they first saw me I wasn't even able to say Kira, which is my sister's name. It was that severe, so I can't imagine the amount of trauma they caused from seeing that. I also believe these early years of my brain injury drew a lot of my parents' energy towards me to try to help me in any way possible. This is in no way a fault with them, anyone would understand that, but I do believe my siblings may have felt a bit like they faded into the background during those years, which I can imagine caused them a degree of resentment towards me. To help resolve this, I would strongly recommend investing in family counselling sessions. I believe this could give the family a safe and supportive place to discuss any issues each member of the family may be having. These discussions would also be guided by a qualified counsellor who could help the whole family adapt and flourish within the new normal of living with someone with a brain injury. Whatever helps support the family as a whole is the most important goal. Also, that's really important is good communication within the family unit after someone sustains a brain injury. I believe allowing open communication between family members is a crucial part of adapting to the new normal, to again let each other vent their worries and frustrations instead of just simply bottling it all up. This is especially important for children within the family unit, where they feel comfortable to talk to their parents about their worries relating to the member who sustained the brain injury. I also believe discussing to professionals, either doctors or counsellors, etc., about their concerns can also be very beneficial, especially if the person who sustained the brain injury is in going through stages of denial, which I certainly did as a teenager and was completely in denial of brain injuries. And my mum would always say, he's acting very immature and all that used to drive me up the wall. But so it might be good for parents especially to go some without the person with the brain injury there and just be able to talk and counselor and talk about like their own worries. My main takeaway point on this topic would be to have open communication within the family. I would also strongly recommend investing in family counselling to help each family member voice their concerns and help the whole family to adapt and flourish post the brain trauma.
Our second guest is Jonathan with his topic, life after brain injury as a family.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. Nice to meet you all back again. As I was saying, my son was 16, so I had my accident about 14 years ago, or 15 years ago, and I had a second one about 6-7 years ago. I have a good core family around me. Headways has been exceptional. I've had a Headways, brilliant, which I'm continuing going to, and I have another one, ABI, acquired brain injury, which are fantastic, both of them. I've met a good group of friends in Headways, new friends. There's one sitting opposite me now with a big smile on her face. My son is 16 and my daughter is 12. Like, for me, they don't know any difference. They've had, like, my son was only about 6 months old when I had my accident, so he's no difference what it was like before or after. They just know me as me with a brain injury, which can be frustrating for them now, because sometimes I always say I have a brain injury, I can't do this, I can't do this. I know I can now with the help I've gotten over the years. It doesn't work anymore with the wife because she's gotten sick and tired of the excuses, which they are excuses, just me being lazy, just playing on the brain injury. It's been hard, it's been challenging with the family to accept who I am. Like, would I wish I haven't had the brain injury? No, I wouldn't. I've had the brain injury and it's made me the person who I am now. I have 2 wonderful kids, lovely wife, lovely family around me. I don't remember what it was like before the brain injury. I have a little bit of memories of it, but I'm making new memories. So, like, an awful lot of people in Headways and ABI don't accept their injury. I have. And maybe accepting your injury, you can move forward and make new steps in your life that you can do. It is challenging. There's no easy tablet to fix it. It's constantly working at it. And like I said, like, it is hard for my 2 kids because they have got help of, I think it's called RIA or whatever it's called. It's a place that they talk to counsellors. So there is help out there for siblings. You just have to look for it for your kids and siblings if they need help. There's no easy way of saying it. You need anybody with a brain injury needs help. If you're not offered it, you need to go and search for it. You just accept your injury, and if you accept your injury, you can move forward and start your new part of your life.
Yeah, accepting it is like half the battle for me.
Like,
it took me years to accept it. Like, yeah, and even I saw days where I'm like, nearly go back into denial, and then you kind of you just have to slap yourself back out of it. So.
And you do get to know who your friends are.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Your friends. And you obviously have your family, uncles, aunties, all that, but you really know which ones are there. If you like, who they are. Like, so yeah.
Because there's some friends that just completely drifted away from me. That were my closest friends, and then there was like new people that I met in school that I was his best man there a few years ago. Like, that's how close we had become. Like, so it's just, it's a big change.
And I used to be worried, upsetting other people. Like, I'm who I am, and that's it. Yeah. If they haven't got time for me, I have no time of day for them. End of story. And they know who they are. Yeah, that
happened to me when I hit 30 as well. It was like, kind of just, you stop like caring about, like,
you're 30?
32. But like, when you hit 30, you kind of like, you're like,
you're 30, yeah, I'm 40. We've got a bit of life in us. Look at these two over the hill.
Coach back.
Only messing.
Are you sure about that?
I am. I just want to get a reaction off Martina.
I'm a brain injury. I couldn't care less.
There you go. That's what I mean. That's
the way I'm going now.
Anybody here get sarcasm? Like, if someone be saying to me, I just go over my head, like, I think they're being.
Do you mean sarcasm with a person or a person giving it to you?
Giving it to you, like, I just don't get it. I just go flies over my head, like,
I
don't get it at all.
If I want,
how do you do? Why do you do?
To tell me a joke, like, or say, if sometimes I think it's specifically because my brain is hard for me to understand things. Sometimes, like, it's like they have to literally break it down into the most simple, and then it's not funny, like, but
but sometimes when they say things, and then they say it was sarcasm, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I know the way you used the tone you used, and it wasn't. You meant what you said.
Yeah.
So like my daughter is with an American, And we're always talking about that sarcasm. He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
We're always trying to do things on him, you know. Like, he's so funny. He really is.
I find when I'm telling a joke, I laugh at my own joke, and nobody else is laughing because I just think it's hilarious. I just do.
That's okay.
Anybody else here, when they're at home or they're by themselves, and they remember something a few hours ago, a few days ago, and they start laughing? Okay, that's just me then, yeah.
No, I do it the odd time. Yeah.
Or even when you're watching, you're engrossed in a soap and something happens and you start roaring crying and then you hear someone dying, you go, oh, that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. See,
It doesn't have the same effect. But that person that you've been watching for the last 20 years dies. That's major. Like, you know what I mean? They're gone out of your life now.
Yeah, see, that's one thing with my brain injuries. I don't cry anymore. I haven't cried. I haven't cried since I had the accident.
Wow.
Upset to go into the bathroom and throw water on my face to show I was crying. It's just that I do get upset really, really bad, but I just can't shout. I can't cry. Since the second injury, I just can't cry.
There's nothing wrong with your teardrops.
Nothing wrong. Just whatever way was the brain injury, it's the second one affects you. Like, you show your emotion. I mean, you can feel it, but some people don't cry.
Well, I suppose it's not the end of the world. Like,
No, it's not like.
it's like.
But before that, I used to cry at TV ads, at films, and everything. Like the wife would say, "Geez, you're a wings bag," but now I just can't cry anymore.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Mm.
Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And to stay with the positivity that's coming out of your mind, your body, your life.
Mm.
And I'm not saying being greedy, not including the family, the children, aunts, uncles, wives, husband, but please put yourself forward first.
Yeah, we all
You
have
are
to.
the one that's the injured person.
Yeah.
And when they see you capable of doing what you want to do
Mm.
and how you can do it, it gives them confidence as well too. Your mum could do that now. It's like, yeah, no, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
But
I
even
have
like-
gin and tonic. It's
even-
okay. I'll have to get this later on.
Even when we're in the group, social group, when you look at some of the people and that, and we have remarked to them that you can see such a difference in them in a year.
Yeah.
Just for you to say to them, you could see their whole face, it's just a little thing you're saying to them, but it means the world to them.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't see it so much in people, like it's unreal.
There's a new group we're in that Shane runs every Thursday now. There's a few in there. I'm not going to say names, but you can see how much those individuals come out of their shells, like,
Yeah.
which is very good.
It's a wonderful feeling it is.
Yeah.
Even watching it. But yourself, you experienced it as well too. I did. I
Yeah.
thought it was fantastic. And it's not that I don't want to let go of Headways. Headways will be part of my life forever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'd always move aside and let somebody else come in.
Yeah.
There is a waiting list, we all know that.
Mm.
But it's fantastic for them to step into your life, to meet people, and even when the Americans used to come over, the great class with them, fantastic students, but very wealthy as well too, and going on to study neurology and everything. And they just said to me one day, "How come you can do it, girl?" Because I taught myself I'm new me. And she looked at me and I said, "Did you get that?" And she said, "Yeah." Headways helps us, encourages us, shows us that we can do it.
Yeah.
Not being dismissed. If you have a brain injury, sit down, don't open your mouth.
Yeah.
You had a stroke, yeah. Oh, that side of your brain doesn't work. I don't accept anything like that anymore. I accept me, and if I can do it, I will do it.
Yeah.
Our next guest today is Martina, and her topic is coping strategies for family dealing with brain injury.
Hi everyone. My experience is kind of a bit different. I had a heart attack, and which caused long-term memory loss. Don't remember the past at all. I thought I was 16 when I had the heart attack. To be told that I had a husband and kids, you know, unreal. Totally unreal. But I was totally immune to everything. So the first year and a half, totally immune to everything around me. So it meant nothing to me. So I didn't have to cope with anything because I didn't think about it. Do you know what I mean? Nothing bothered me. But joining Headway, because everyone in Headway is different. Their brain injury is different. The help they need is different. Their experiences are different. And it gives you ways to think of how to deal with different things, how to cope with different things, to be positive going forward. Not going backwards, but going forward. And with that, it's helped me so much. I had to learn how to read again, how to use the cooker, the washing machine, everything all over again. It was like I was just starting my life all over again. But now I'm living it through my grandkids, which I'm so blessed with. I'm going to cry now when thinking of that. I'm just blessed with them because they're absolutely fantastic. They're two great kids, and the first one when she was born, I remember going into the hospital, and I remember taking her in my arms, and this whole sensation went through my body, and I said to Sarah, "This is me holding you for the first time because I can't remember." And this whole sensation, I couldn't get over. Like it was such a weird, but I have such a bond with the two of them. Like it's unreal, and like, the fact that they live with me as well helps. You know that way. I think with coping and that part of it is kind of listening, being patient, listening to other people, because everyone. That's what's good about Headway. You hear different people's experience and how they deal with things, and you kind of go, "Oh yeah, I could do it that way," you know. And it's just to be part of the group helps, and listening to other people and what they're dealing with. Yeah, some people don't. No, but you make great friends and everything and that. But they do, you get your ideas through Headway. The staff are really understanding. They help you every step of the way. If you ever have any problems, you talk to them and they kind of go, "Oh, what about this, that and the other? Oh yeah, that's great, I never thought of that." Do you know what I mean? They're always there to help. And like when I left Headway, I thought, that's it, I'll never be back there. And I really missed it. And I remember I dropped books in one day because I only volunteer. Like I say only volunteer, that's bad to say that way. I volunteer. I used to volunteer 3 days a week, but then COVID kicked in. So that went down to 1 day a week. And I kept it at that because I was happy doing that. But then I'm back in Headway doing different things. I'm doing crafts, cookery, and the social group is brilliant. It's really, really good. Thank you so much.
That's where you met me.
Not the social group. How about you?
Oh, the original. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Are you rewinding here? Like, come on.
Make your memories and chill.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, it's kind of like I met Jonathan before. So to start the social group, you kind of go, "Oh, I know Jonathan, I know." Yeah, no. You know, different people, like, it's great from that point of view. And to find out, like, okay, I'm not the only one coming back, so everyone needs the service, you know. To cope, it's just listen and patience is the big thing about it.
You were saying about being patient, like being the brain injury, you have to try to be understanding why people maybe get frustrated for you at times. Like me and my wife, like I now better than ever, I can relate when she's getting frustrated. I'm like, okay, she's allowed to be frustrated. It's okay. Yeah. She's not like gonna leave you or anything. She just is a bit frustrated because you're being a bit slower, a bit dopier or something. So I think it goes both ways. Yeah, she needs to be more patient, but you have to kind of be understanding that you have a few limitations that can be a bit frustrating for her at the same time.
Like I've separated with my husband since.
Yeah.
But he did so much for me.
Yeah. That's great.
So much for me after the heart attack.
Yeah.
And he just made sure everything was done for me.
Yeah.
I remember a while ago when I first met Martina, we were telling each other what injuries we had, and she was saying when she was in hospital, she was convinced that the man there, the old man, was not her husband, and the young doctor was her husband.
No, they lined up 4 or 5 inches in between them and said, "Pick out your husband."
That's what it was.
And I picked out 2 of the other doctors. They said, "This is your husband?" They said, "Why didn't you pick him out?" And I said, "Because he was the old man." I said, "I'm sure it's only said."
Yeah.
But it was even the same, like they had all the doctors in one day, and the doctor was asking me questions, showing me a picture, what's that and everything. And he had a picture of a dog, and I was looking at him, and he kind of, woof! And then, you know, and then everyone just burst out laughing, you know. Like, it was just one of those things, you know.
It's fascinating that a heart attack would cause that though. Like, I always thought that wouldn't happen.
Oxygen.
Like, it was oxygen,
because, like, I was really lucky. It happened at the doctor's.
Yeah, best place.
And it was on a Sunday, like, and Dad said, "I'm taking you to the hospital."
Yeah.
And the doctor was there, but she'd never be there on a Sunday.
Yeah.
He lived in our estate.
Yeah.
But he didn't live there, but he had the surgery there.
Yeah.
And when he saw me, he said, "Yeah, come in," straight away. And he said, "I'm just going to ring for an ambulance." And he left, he didn't ring from the surgery, he went in. And then I said, "Do you want to get up in the bed?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "The minute you go up in the bed, bang, here we go." And he said, "I'm working on you," and screaming for the doctor. The doctor said, "He's working on you." I think they just shocked me 2 or 3 times because of the lack.
Yeah.
And then said something to me, which I was really, he said, because I was in an induced coma for 10 days or something like that. I didn't know that I had a brain injury then. They didn't know until I woke up, and of course when I woke up I didn't know anymore. Anyway, that was bad.
At the end of the day, the doctors have to prepare family for the worst.
And our next guest is Josephine with her topic, understanding brain injury and its effects on families.
Hi everybody, Josephine here. To think and to talk about when I had my brain injuries and to look for acceptance of the new person that I was going to be. It did take me about 3 years. And in that 3 years, the confusion that was in my household on my condition of not being able to be the person that I was before that brought an awful lot of painful decisions that I had to make. And I made them with my children. I was blessed with 4 beautiful children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. And once they looked at me and we talked and talked and talked, it eases everybody's pain. Because you do come to understand who you are now. And not to keep on placing yourself back then. Because back then is gone. But who you are now is placing you in this category of the new you. And it doesn't have to be any age. It's a way of life for everybody to accept it, to give them confidence, to give them understanding. And it's also a way of life for you to realise what you can do and what you can't. And Headways did that for me, and did it for my children. We came, we talked, we understood, we accepted willingly. And yes, my grandmother used to say it to me a long, long time ago, always turn the coin over and you're not on that side, because there is always people out there that have much more difficulty than you will have. And I have seen that, but then it was a pleasure for me to come, join them, understand them, accept them, laugh with them, do what life is supposed to do, give back and understand. Headways have done that for me and my family. And we will always be in debt to Headways. And I won't forget the 2 beautiful hospitals that looked after me as well either, Beaumont and the Mater Hospital. And I hope someday, whoever's listening or trying to understand, will try and put themselves first, make the new you, accept it, and let's move on with life. And if I get the 6 numbers, yeah, we're all going to Vegas. Let's go.
I think we've all been lucky as well with the support for families.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like without them,
Yeah, it must have
without our
been way more
families that have
difficult.
been there to help us out through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like being immune to what they're going through in the first couple of years must have been really hard. But now that I kind of realise how grateful I am to have them all
Yeah.
Yes.
and to spend time with them and make new memories, do new things every day, and just live life.
As we wrap up this discussion, let's hear a final thought from each of our guests.
So yeah, my main thing would just be love your family, embrace each other, have open communication lines, vent your worries with each other, adapt together as one and flourish in your new normal.
Accept yourself, accept your injury, appreciate the family around you, your core friends. There's no easy fix to it. As soon as you can accept yourself, you can move forward, not living in the past, and everybody around you will benefit from that.
I suppose the best thing in life is to move forward and not backwards. Always be there for your family and listen to them now. And if you feel any illness at all, any sickness at all, let people know straight away.
It's a wonderful feeling, and my 4 grown-up children were in their 20s and their 30s when this happened to me. And for me to explain to them how I felt and what was going to happen to me, they were so willing to share it because I was being honest with them. We united as being the one. It took time, but we came back as being the one, and it's the new you that keeps going forward. Headways helped me all the way. Please keep going forward, everybody.
And that concludes today's special episode on the Family Guide to Brain Injury. Rachel, what an incredible informative conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, Shane. A big thank you to our guests for sharing their expertise and personal stories, providing invaluable insights for families dealing with brain injury.
And a thank you to our listeners for joining us. Your support is greatly appreciated.
If you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful discussions.
Connect with us on social media and share your thoughts, questions and experience related to brain injury and family support.
Join us next time as we continue to explore important topics, relationships and intimacy. Until then, take care, stay strong and keep moving forward with Headway.